Hey guys, it's me, Ned at Heart. I don't know why, I've been staring at my computer screen, wondering why I'm not, recording anything. I've been literally just staring at it for, 5 minutes, deciding whether or not I want to, record a video or not. It was weird. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, sorry, I just saw something on my computer. Anyways, I'm just gonna do another recap / a let's read. I was gonna read the long Roxy one or whatever, but I'm just gonna summarize it. But because it's really long, I'm just short little videos. Because if you see the text, it's I don't know. Then read all that, and then you go to the next page. And the next page is not that long. Okay, it's not that long. No. You know what? Fuck it. I'll read it. I will read it. I'll read it right now. Let me get my voice. Okay. So right now this is between Roxy and Calliope? Calliope? I need someone to write out a freaking pronunciation term thing in quotation marks. I have no clue how to say that. But okay, so let's start this, right? Hey, I hope you don't mind if I pull you off the side, if I pull you off to the side like this, away from other nice pals for a little one-on-one Roxy and Cal time. I might be greedy as shit. I don't mind at all. I'm still getting used to the concept of in-person socialization at all, let alone with many people. And yes, you may be greedy, but if so, then I am so... Wait. But if so, then so am I by the exact same standard. Calliope, she's so fucking nice, man. I freaking like her. I really like her as a character. She's I don't know. More people should be like her, kinda. You know what I mean? Fuck yes. A couple of friendship burglars picking each other's pockets, all shifty eyes and looking out for the cops, but also giggling, I guess, because that is in the spirit of the scenario in question. Okay, Roxy. Yes. I can't believe you're really here. It hardly seems real. After all those years, how you were just like a mystery friend online, and then how I worried that I was what? Oh, how worried I was. You see, sometimes when I'm reading it, instead of reading it the tone wise, I just read it as the sentence, and that's why I stopped, because I'm worried I was. I was kind of reading it weird, but let me just do that over. How you were just a mystery friend online, and then how worried I was we might lose you for good, but now, wow. Yeah, I know. So, you and Jade were hanging out? Yes, it was great. We drew and told stories. I heard you died, so I was holding out some hope that you would show up too, and you did eventually. Just not the version of you I expected. I never dared to think you would bring this gift. You would bring me this gift. Well, I swore I would, and John kind of double swore he would help. Damn, that kid is persistent. I like him. He's easy to talk to. Yeah, Roxy's yeah, hell yeah, John's an easy to talk to dude. Guys, sorry, I'm dumb. I've read about him, of course. The reality of someone standing in front of you is quite different from what you read about them in a text. But then I have no idea how accurate anything I read is anymore. I always believed it was in possession of the text which decoded your future, and I behaved towards all of you in that sly, knowing manner, avoiding spoilers and such. That was probably presumptuous of me, though. And in hindsight, I clearly didn't know that much. I certainly didn't read anything about my own involvement. I never could have imagined being here. Oh, and this is a long Roxy. Oh yeah, this is a long thing. You were still hopeful, though. You were in force in our lives that gave us hope that we okay, what? You were the force in our lives that gave us hope that we can all get together someday. Going down that road has been crazy and by no means a smooth ride. I mean, I'm losing count of all the times it looked like everything was about to break or catch fire, or actually did break and catch fire, resulting in loads of dismay. But when you look back, every time things went to shit there, was always something constructive about the turn of events, something that was necessary for the good outcome to happen and all. So whenever something stupid happened, like some a-hole gets a bonehead idea to steal a ring and then everyone dies horribly at the time you think you're just gonna curl up and cry yourself into a weepy non-existence, maybe those aren't even bad realities. Maybe they're just as important as any. So are all the experiences that you had in them. So are the experiences of everyone who died, because you don't just get to say your experience are more important or significant just because you say your experiences. Oh well, I was trying to read the same thing over. Sorry. You don't just get to say that your experiences are more important or significant just because you happen to be someone who survived longer. I guess what I'm saying is that I'm grateful you let me go in this adventure, not even in spite of the hardship it involved. I just had a little time to think about it, and the Firefly, in the Firefly nothing space, and I think all of it was good. I'm happy that I can play such a role in your lives. I don't mean if I don't know if I deserve much credit for these positive revelations. Revelations about your journey, though. You're the one who's been on the adventure. I've barely taken the first step. I spent all my life in my room, and every moment in my afterlife cowering in fear. It's only now that the true participation is even a possibility. But even so, I really doubt I'll have much to offer. My other self, who just released, I think she poised to do something much more significant. What do you think she'll do? I have no clue. But she told me to live right. Oh wait, I read that wrong. That was Roxy. Okay, sorry. Let me read it again. What do you think she'll do? I have no clue. But she told you to live right. Yes. By which I can only assume she meant, yo, live it up, girl. Like, go shopping or something, or rocket down the highway in a convertible with cash flying out of the back. That is not something. That is not the sort of sentiment I can imagine coming from her under her. See, what the fuck? That is not the sort of sentiment I can imagine coming from her under any. Okay, you see, she capitalizes the U's. So when I read the capitalized under, like, my mind just did like an automatic grammar thing, and that's why I was like, wait, what? Like, what the hell am I reading right now? Like. Yeah, sorry about that. From under, you see, I did it again. From her, under any circumstances. But yes, maybe something to the effect of encouraging me to enjoy my existence as communication by a more typical, truly a social member of my species. Really, what I took from it was, she is the real one with all the power and the relevance now, and I am the. Aw, don't think of yourself like that. I mean, I already read this kind of, but I kind of skimmed it. Not too much like that. I didn't know what was going on, but I guess I didn't read this because that's don't see. You're not the spirit. Come on. A civilian in a sense, like in a war, and the only use for civilians from the material, whatever that word is, mindset, are those who live their lives in whatever completely irrelevant way they could choose. They're the collateral at stake and the ones from whom the war is theoretically fought. But those lifestyles, choices, happiness, and such hold no concern whatsoever for those fighting on their behalf. This, I think, is the mindset of cherubs, of her alignment as protectors. It is the relationship they have with those they protect, and so that is probably the relationship she believes she has with me. You make it sound like she is a legit Callie, and you're the afterthought, like the one from the funky reality that didn't go right. Technically, her timeline was doomed by her predomination alone. Even so, yes, it does feel as though my reality was an oddity. Cherubs were never supposed to grow up like me, exposed to other caring people and learning from them. It made me different and unfit to predominate. Yet, ironically, this requested whatever that word is from the timeline success. Oh, this was a whatever from the timeline success, and it was necessary for you all to begin your journey as well. So this seems like an example of what I was just saying. Actually, the story of the two Callies. Neither is really more important, and your timeline can't really be described as a good one or the bad one. There were good and bad things about both ways. Both ways stuff went down. Okay. There were good and bad things about both ways. Stuff went down in different qualities to people. Why am I reading this wrong? What is wrong with me? There were good and bad things about both ways stuff went down, and different qualities to the people you became. Okay, I read that right. God damn, that annoys the shit out of me. Her life sounds like it was harsh and lonely in its own way, but it sort of paid off because she got to be her brother. But then the arbitrarily punished for the outcome because it wasn't supposed to happen. Then finally you meet her and free her or something. So she presumably gets to go off and do something badass. And then there's you, who probably an even more challenging upbringing, getting so hassled by your bro, and he killed you, I guess, because the way the deck was shuffled, and he had the edge, this time. But the upshot was that you got to have all these great friends who care about you, and it helped you become a nice person, and it helped you become the nice person you are, who means a lot to other people. And now you get to live whatever kind of life you want and be completely free from all crummy stuff you grew up with. Who cares if you aren't as strong as her, or don't have the wicked powers she does, or there's some important mission to do? You both came from perfectly legitimate realities, and is that text? What the fuck does that mean? Whatever. You are both equally valuable, and both these realities seem to be tied together. She can't do her mysterious badass thing unless you make it all the way through your journey and free her. And your reality was a thing setting the stage for this huge multiverse vortex of problems, which after the cajillion fucking... Are those abbreviations for something that I should know about? I think there are, but I'm dumb. She was always meant to resolve in some way. And that doesn't mean your life was like a means to an end in a big cosmic sense. I think it's more like you are the end, or one of the ends. You and me and everyone who made it and everyone who didn't. So that means you don't have to be able to do a lot of super special shit to validate your identity as the real version of yourself. The only validation you need is the being who you are, because no one can be that person but you. Guys, I hope I read that good. I know I messed up some parts, but I think I did okay, but not as good as my other Let's Reads. Next page. See, Roxy, you're bae, and you're really nice. I love you so much. I love you so much. Those are very inspiring things to hear, Roxy. I hope you're alright, but even so, I think I would still like to be useful. You can be, but you can help out. You can help me out. How? I know you aren't Gartier or anything. You probably never did get in touch with your aspect, but maybe that doesn't matter. You are a space, right? Yes, a muse of space. Sounds cool. It is cool, I think, especially having seen what I could have been. No, but that potential has to be inside you somewhere. Actually, it's one of the reasons why I wanted you to be with me here for a while, aside from catching up a bit. What do you need me to do? Nothing really. Just be here with me while I try this. I don't know why, but I feel like your presence will help. If nothing else, I just like having you here. Makes me feel makes me feel better about trying to focus on this weird little chore. But you think my aspect is relevant? Maybe. I think space is related to this in some abstract way. I can't put my finger on it. I got to make this egg, see? But it isn't really just an egg. It's this hella complicated egg, in both its biological design and everything, and it represents for the future of an entire civilization. And I don't have the genetic or chemical or molecular blueprints for it or anything. I just have to figure out using just thought, like ideas that are really basic and live in this primordial sort of quasi consciousness. What the fuck is... Whatever. Okay, I don't... What's a quasi... Hold up. What the fuck? What's a quasi... I'll look at that later. So I have to build the idea of this egg in some way before I can do anything, which means trying to grasp its reality, what it represents, like a funky little construct of biological propagation, and I think that intersects with the nature of space. At least we have to come to understand. I'm saying this wrong again. I'm sorry. At least we have come to understand it. The propagation of space is really just some profound cosmological feat of reproduction. That is a literally biological process, right? Pretty much. So, to make this egg, as a rogue void, what I really am doing here is something kind of insane. You yourself told me once how I'd be able to do this crazy shit. I did. I'll be like probing nothingness for an idea, and pretty much complicated idea in this case, and pulling that idea from unreality. So, if I'm right, a closer connection to the nature of space will help me locate that idea. Almost like standing next to an antenna to boost the signal of that idea, then maybe my chances will be better. And hey, even if not, it's just nice to have a friend nearby while you try to do it, something hard. Smile. Okay. Sorry guys about that reading. Oh my god. That I haven't read that bad in a bit. I don't know, just I'm sorry. Don't mind my reading. Please don't mind my reading. Alright, so let's go to the next one. This is the next update. I'm not gonna read this one. Basically. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna summarize this. This can be easily summarized. Basically, Jane and them are saying, oh, hey, you know, Roxy and them are catching up, right? And then after that, Rose starts talking to John or whatever. And Rose basically thinks that she needs to prove herself to her Jasperose Sprite squared whatever, because she feels though that like she's better than her. So now she has to prove herself in like the battlefield and stuff, just to prove that she's like the alpha dominant Rose. And John's like, but I thought you didn't really care. Don't you remember Rose Sprite said that she didn't mind being like, you know, like the doomed backup Rose, or whatever how she said? And Roxy's just like, actually, let me just see. Wait. Yeah, you know, let me just read from here. Yeah, fuck that, never mind. So yeah, so John's like, nah man, you shouldn't like try, you're fine, like you guys are both fine, whatever, blah blah blah. So then Rose goes into explain how meeting like yourself, it's a kind of weird or whatever, and then John. And then Rose is like, it's just kind of weird. So John says, hey, I've bumped into other Johns a few times, but I can't say the experience has been anything other than perfectly agreeable. Rose says, you mean the Johns that were essentially time duplicates in the course of your recon quest? Yes, those don't count. Those are just regular Johns. What I'm saying is that you never had to deal with the John who was like half Harry Anderson and half Maple Hoof, dear and departed pony. John's like, wow, that sounds great. And then this is the only part I'm gonna read. Rosa says, "Come to think about it, you're the only one of us who hasn't. I mean, of our original group of friends. Dave had Bird Dave, Jade had Dog Jade, and now I have Shutter's Cat Rose. Why were you left off the hook?" John's like, "I don't know. Guess you guys are just luckier than me." Me and this guy, one of my subscribers, and I guess / kind of like friend, we were talking about that because we were saying like, literally every of the beta kids, like, I don't know, like got prototyped in some way and became their own Sprite, or you know, something along the lines of that, or just has been prototyped like in general, like Dog Jade, Bird Dave, and Cat Rose. So it's like, so we kind of hypothesize kinda that, okay, that means John might get prototyped at some point, like, I don't know, but some other dead John. But the problem is that there isn't like a dead body of John, or not that we know of. And not to mention, there's one more like Sprite that hasn't been like prototyped, but like that color is like green. That's like Jake's Sprite, and as you know, like usually the color of the kernel of the beta kids that got prototyped had to do with, you know, like their guardian, or you know, or like the child. So like Cat Rose, it has to do with the pink and purple sprite, which is Roxy and Rose. Bird Dave, orange. Dirk, that was Jade, that was Dave's thing. And Jade, who was green, which was, you know, Jade and Jake's color. Or Jade's color, you know what I mean? But, so it's like, if John were to get Prototype, he'd have to get either Prototype with Tavros, which would be kind of weird, but whatever. They're both win players, maybe that'd be good. So he'd be either Prototype with Tavros or Prototype within the green sprite, but then that'd be green, that'd be weird, but that's just me. Sorry, I'm just going off a tangent. So yeah, they're just talking, blah 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 blah, real feelings. Yeah, so yeah, just talking about, yeah, John saying like you should really stop, you don't have to worry, like you're not a backup Rose or whatever, blah blah blah, done. So oh yeah, now they're talking whatever. Trezi's like nerds, and then they're just oh yeah, and then John says that he's glad that Rose and Kanai got together in this reality because he said that Kanai and them made a great couple, and he's glad that his time shenanigans didn't change any any of that with their relationship. Done. All right, now here comes the giant bomb, right? Giant big ass bomb, right? So basically, this is confirmed. I'm guessing. John's like, Trudgy, shush. I'm gonna read this whole thing because this I actually want to read this. Trudgy, shush. What? I've been minding my own business and in no way whatsoever saying anything directed to at a couple of silly nerds saying dorky things. No, you said nerd twice. You said nerds twice. You always say nerds when earshot of other people who are just being friendly. Isn't it weird how you're making this conversation and no one else is? What? No. Meaning maybe I only have to say it when a pair of nerds in the earshot happens to include you? Okay, I saw this at the update yesterday or the day before that and I was like, okay, so Terezi has black feelings for John confirmed, basically. And I'm not sure like why I was so hyped about that. But I was kind of hyped about that. I don't know, like yeah, like black feelings. Woo! Like black feelings. I mean, black feelings is a type of love for trolls, but it isn't like the heart, like the heart romance, which is like the ones that humans usually associate with. So like, if it was heart, that'd be weird. That'd be like oh, like romance, heart feelings. But this is black, which I mean, it's kind of the same thing, just with like annoyance and just kind of negative stuff. So when I saw this, I don't know why I got hyped, and I was just like, yes, like basically John, this Terezi confirmed, like. Yeah, hell yeah. So then John's like, what was that look? What look? That look you just gave me. I didn't give you a look, dingus. Yes, you did. Don't look at me like that again. And John Trevor's like, whatever you think I gave, whatever look you think I gave you, it was in your imagination. It is possible. You may be flattering yourself, Egbert. Oh, whatever. Hey, what do you? Yeah, I don't feel like reading that actually. Yeah, they're just talking about. Oh yeah, they're just talking about like why is he not with Dave, and Trezi's like, oh, I'm just gonna give Dave and Dirk some time. That's it. That's all you really need to know. And now the next update, which was yesterday. Oh, the new update literally just came out as I'm not gonna read this one because I actually wanted to read it because I want to save for the video that I'm gonna make on Saturday from the update for Thursday and Friday. So I'm not gonna read that. I'll read this on my own time later. But yeah. So, next one. This is when Roxy finally. Look at this. Look at this. Next, yo Roxy. Yep. Next one. Voidy powers activate. Space. Euphoria. Zoning in. Poor car cat. Well, poor past car cat. You sad child. Hey Rufio. Okay. Now this is what I want to comment about. Remember how like there's only like 12 zodiac signs or whatever? Well, look at all like the new signs there are. Like these are signs that are like made up that we haven't even seen. Like there's fucking I think there's Verskas. Yeah, that's Verskas. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Verskas. There's freaking. Yeah, just Verskas. But look at all the new symbols. There's that little. The winged one, which is the one over there. These are pretty cool. Like these are probably gonna be in the new Homestuck game that's coming out, the Hive Swap game, hopefully. Anyway, so next, got the orbs, you got the idea, and then watch this. He did it. Egg. Okay, now I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with that because I don't want to go next. Because if I go next, then it's gonna be another conversation. I'll read on my own. But did anyone else think that she was gonna like grab it and smash it to the ground and like just break it? Like that's what I thought when I read it, and I was like, oh shit, don't break it, fucking Rose. But I mean Roxy. I called her Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry, Roxy. I talked really quick, and I just messed up twice. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm done. I guess that's it. I guess that's all I have done for today. That was a quick recap slash slight let's read slash discussion of the past three updates this week. So, I guess I'm done here. I'm gonna read the new update as soon as this video is done, and then I read the tomorrow's update on Friday, and then I'll post a new video and such about the last two updates. Unless if it's too short, then I might just do it next week. But on the other hand, like the next week is gonna be a new week, so I'll just decide if I'm gonna post a video or not. Okay? Well, but I probably am. But okay, so I'll see you guys later. Night of Heart out. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at my armband. Isn't it nice? It's all blue and like black. No, it's all blue and red and stuff. Like, yeah. Woo!